flight, I've had 2 plane accidents.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 plane accidents.
Yes, I was going to Norway. So I was going to, this one I always say in my preaching.
Oh, I've never heard.
I was going to Norway to preach for a Nigerian church. I'll mention the name of the church. I was going with my wife, and my wife was pregnant, and the plane caught fire. He came on CNN, because that was how dangerous it was.
Wow.
He came on CNN, and the pastor called me that he has seen that our flight is on CNN. It caught fire and a lot of things. Fast forward, the pastor said, I'll call you back. That was it. Up to now, on family. So if I had lost my life because of that church.
Hi, you are watching Christian Vibes TV, your favorite gospel entertainment blog house in Ghana, West Africa, and the whole world at large. If you like our videos, please do subscribe by clicking the subscribe button down below and turn on the bell to receive post notifications and alerts.
First traveling experience. I mean, tamana busy wa Ghana, of tamana wa Ghana, anga first gig a unya wa buchana, okay.
Yeah. My first traveling was, I was in Legon and I went to Kenya.
And then I do call ministry.
So Kenya, yeah. Someone invited me. So someone came to preach in a church, and after that, I was born again. And yeah, so my first trip leaving Ghana was in Kenya. So Kenya was the first country.
And then fancy Western country, but now Kenya, Africa.
So a place called Meru. That was like I got to Nairobi and I took a bus to Meru.
How was the experience?
It was very terrible.
Terrible.
Terrible, yeah. Because it will be enemy. I took a bus. Bus no stop it like there 8 times. Like as in buses. Yeah. Wow. Serious.
Until the having this or?
I think 1 week or something, like either 1 week or 2 weeks.
Now you're in about Ghana.
Yeah, I had to come back. I was in school. Like I was a student in school.
And from that interval now, how many years interval now? So I call two kind of.
That was 2008. Then 2009 I came to London.
Okay, so 1 year interval when I was back to London. So London is an experience. This was the first time. I mean, the students were in school.
Okay, because London, I've been hearing a lot of things about London because my sister was here and Prophet Daniel, my senior brother too, was here. So I had a bit of how it looks like, but of course it was like a dream.
And then was a ministry in Dubai?
No. I just came to visit my sister.
Oh, okay.
Then I went back to Ghana and applied for my masters. I came to do my masters. I met my wife in Amaka.
There's you landed in your ministry in Dubai?
No.
And there one over there.
No, yeah. But of course, when I came here, I just started doing all nights. I'll organize my own meetings. So that my meetings have been organized at night. I've been doing it since.
Oh, okay.
I like doing my own meetings though.
Okay.
Though like it's not easy.
Okay. Also for people why sorry actually like why ministry by almost 10 years, 20 years ago two kind of. Would you say oh there is because now brothers one and wow that I mean global ministry thing so two kind of possible. And I say me need to make about so for why sorry on two kind of. Oh there no can say
no, yeah, of course. I think if it wasn't my sister, I wouldn't have been in London. Okay. So I had the advantage of having my sister on my invitation. Even the first time on my invitation, I was bounced. Yes, I was bounced. I was in Lagos. I was bounced. Like, refusing my visa, and I applied again, and I got it. But I think that exposure is everything. I pray that everyone gets the chance to travel and see and have an experience, at least. So I have a saying that I joke about it, that even if you're in Kumasi, travel to Accra. Yeah. At least travel to Accra. If you have to borrow money, just travel. Yeah. Just go and see how Accra is. Exposure, it changes everything about your life. Yeah. Yeah.
Into Oba now being exposure anyway, you know. Empower said I feel by traveling ministry, and I said Ghana net was normal human to say.
No, I had always loved to travel. I'd always prayed for itinerary ministry. Like I wanted to travel. So everything that I'm doing is something I prayed for. And God just made a way, and God started opening doors. But when you start, it's not easy. Like at first. At first I remember I'll be praying, I'll see a church and I could put the church on my on my bed, that I want the church to invite me. Like I'm begging for doors, like but now
I'm on mobile.
Yes, and even with all humility, of course, Even on my background,
sometimes
I
was scared to say.
So you have to go through the process.
Yeah.
I wrote something on my page a year, so I got the A this year, that stop comparing yourself to someone that started 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and then I'm comfortable brain him. But I used to see some church, but I let them invite me tongues, no me invitations. But when God saw that I was prepared, He opened some doors, because there are some doors when you enter at a stage, it will kill you. It's not every open door that is a godly door.
Yeah. And sometimes premature exposure to is very deadly, because on being on has a amount of platform we will be going massive.
One time.
And a bit more blocky doors and kesanki to boys and baby and a bit to me at tuning now, because we are going to suffer when you're serious. Or according to neighbor when you're serious. This of here. How many years now so far you've been in the ministry now?
A whole lot of people ask me. I think because I was a church boy, I used to play drums in church.
That's
why I like music.
Okay.
So I've been in the band for a long time. So I've been a church boy, but started preaching, actively traveling. I was like 15 years now.
15 years.
15 years.
Wow.
Actively traveling, like.
And how has the experience been?
It's been amazing and terrible.
The terrible side.
Yes, of course, trying to meeting people that are insensitive. So you see, when you came here, I'm alone here.
Yeah.
There are places when I travel alone. Others I have to go with my team.
Yeah.
But I remember I was in a hotel and I got heartburns. I nearly died. My host is not picking his phone. I don't have medicine. I was rolling on. I took milk, I took water. So it's very terrible, it's dangerous. Flight. I've had 2 plane accidents.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 plane accidents?
Yes. I was going to Norway. So I was going to, this one I always say in my preaching.
Oh, I've never heard.
I was going to Norway to preach for a Nigerian church. I'll mention the name of the church. I was going with my wife, and my wife was pregnant, and the plane caught fire. It came on CNN, because that was how dangerous it was.
Wow.
It came on CNN, and the pastor called me that he has seen that our flight is on CNN. It caught fire and a lot of things. Fast forward, the pastor said, I'll call you back. That was it. Up till now, on me. So if I had lost my life because of that church, so those part of itinerant ministry, and sometimes they just serve me food. You have to adjust to the food. I was in Ethiopia last year. Charlie, you have to eat their food. I was in Congo, I have to eat their food.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Don't me register with us. Kind of look like you are not accepting them, so you have to eat their food. So that's a terrible experience. What about the amazing experiences?
Oh, amazing experiences. Meeting new people.
Yeah.
Meeting people on the plane.
Yeah.
And of course, like that's the ultimate, seeing lives change, like testimonies. There are places that if it wasn't that maybe church that I had gone, I wouldn't have known that maybe I was gifted in some way. Because sometimes when you stay back on the familiarity, people are too familiar.
Yeah.
Because they've been seeing every Sunday.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, what's the reception like when you travel outside and when you're in Ghana? Like you mentioned, the familiarity.
As in Ghana or London?
Both. Like you are from Ghana, right? So what's the reception when you are in Ghana?
No, I would say because I live in London, when I go to Ghana, like it's a different reception.
Oh, okay.
Like Ghana is
very.
Yeah, and America is different, other country. But your home.
It's your home.
That's what the Bible says. Your prophet has no
regard,
has no honor.
Yeah.
So any day, Charlie, because they know your English, they know your grammar, they know what you're going to say, they know all your songs.
Yeah.
They won't even come to church.
Okay, so before say maybe say about IYes, I've seen a lot of pictures with you, with some of the, big men, big daddies in the ministry. These are people you, when you were growing up, you were looking up to them. You saw them in pictures on TV.
All of them.
Now you get to meet them. How is the experience like? Because I've seen a picture of you and a whole lot of big men.
I would say dream big, because all dreams can come true.
Can come true, and allow it can. come true.
That if you don't work hard,
it won't.
It won't. So can. I wouldn't say will.
Yeah.
No, it can.
Yeah.
So every, like, let's say I used to follow Reverend Street from afar.
Yeah.
Like, where am I going to see? I live in Kumasi. Reverend Street will come to Family Chapel, will come to CCC, will come to Church of God. Like, where am I going to see Reverend Street? Yeah. So do you know what I did? I put his picture in my room, and I'll be praying for him. And at the right time we met.
But that thing kind of work.
Words. So when he invited me to preach for him in Bokatanga, like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And he gave me a topic, and he said, "Come back again." He invited me for pastors' conference. Back again. All dreams can come true.
Can come true.
Yes.
If you put value.
One man that I never thought I would meet, Bishop Tudor Bismarck.
That's a very big name in there.
Like, Bishop Tudor Bismarck, how he comes to preach for Reverend Dr. Menzo Tabel.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it happened. I would just pray for him, fast on his birthday, pray, fast for him. And fast forward, this is the man in my house. He came to my house in 2018. 6 a.m. was there, he came to my house in Ghana. All dreams can come true.
Can come true. Amongst all these names, who is the coolest one? I know you've met
No, you don't have to start. My spiritual father. So I have one spiritual father, but I have many instructors.
Okay.
So Dr. Franco Fuswapia
is the coolest one.
Like so cool. Who would call you cool? Like someone that is 66 years. Even the dressing is cool. Too cool.
I know, right?
Frank, baby, you know?
Okay, so now 15 years in ministry, and then boom, IYes. Pastor Brian is really known in Ghana for IYes. I mean, when you mention IYes, Pastor Brian comes to mind because he's the founder and the creator of that. I mean, when did that vision started? I mean, when you built that vision?
Started in my little room in London. And
okay, so IYes actually started in London, not in Ghana.
No, it started in my heart.
Okay.
Because when I was in Ghana, I used to preach in the secondary schools, like going to KSDS, Kumasi High, Opokwari, CAS, most of the schools. And so I've just loved young people, like young people.
Yeah.
So I would just pray that, God, I need to do something. So God should speak. And he just told me. So at first I was thinking about, everybody's doing like a prayer conference, prophetic conference, healing conference, revival conference. He said, just go this way. At that time, there was a gap. So, one man of God that used to gather young people was Archbishop Ajinasare. A youth explosion. So I used to follow it. But later he stopped it, so there was a gap. So I studied the history in Ghana, and everybody would do a youth conference for their church, but there was no national youth conference.
Okay, yeah.
So I went to fill in the gap.
Wow.
2015 wasn't easy, and this year's 9 years. Next year will be 10 years. Like 10 years, I can't imagine it.
2015, you started first edition in Accra, right?
In UPSA. And 2016, we went to College of Surgeons. And 2017, National Theatre. And it became small and went to UPSA.
So I was the first one, you bringing all these you together. The first experience, how was it like?
I think it was fulfilling to see what you had written down. So I had something on my phone, maybe I'll show it to you later, when I was trying to lay out how to do it. That was 2013. And I started
10 years back.
2015. And trying to see it. So God told me that I shouldn't do what other people are doing. That's why, in quote, you see secular people there. It's a gathering that you see politicians, entertainers, every kind of person. Muslims come. Because I believe that God has called us not to raise only pastors or Christians, but impact makers. Because sometimes the plane you are going to board, the pilot is not a Christian.
Yeah.
You don't enter the plane and go and say, what church do you go to?
Yeah.
You just jump in and he tells you fasten your seatbelt and you do it.
Yeah.
So we just have to raise people everywhere. And that's why we don't have to hypocrites to discriminate, like we are seeing this a secular person, and man, we are all human beings.
No, but this question is very tricky.
Why you me interview?
No, but this question is very tricky. But let me ask you something.
I'm coming to
amongst all your favorite speakers you brought on board, which one has been your favorite? Because me personally, my favorite one has been Shedder, Freedom Jacob Caesar.
Okay.
He preached about the 7 principles of Freedom Jacob Caesar.
Yeah.
And then where the part where he explained the 10 decades of life. 10 decades of life. He said everybody has 60 years to live. When 60 plus is a bonus. You're from 10 to 20 is like good morning stage.
Yeah.
20. That has been he has been my favorite speaker. Who amongst others?
I think everyone has been.
Of course, I knew you say everyone because you bring them on board.
Because we take our time to select
the
speakers for the season.
What goes into it?
You don't want to know. Like, as I sit here, I'm going to show you something. As I sit here, I've selected my speakers for our 10th anniversary. I just sent someone a message right now. So let me show you this letter. So who is this? No, you don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started working on this list last year.
Wow.
For my speakers.
Wow.
So 80% of my speakers are confirmed. So let me show you who I sent another message to.
So it's not like months.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just said, I need to. Wait, where is it?
Wow.
Yeah, he said I should contact somebody. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
Let me show you another one. As for this one, he has confirmed already.
I'm even enjoying the list already.
Already.
Oh, nah. So with this, the list is crazy.
Yeah. So
3 names that I'm already.
So it takes me a year to get all these speakers. It's not easy. You understand?
Yeah.
So number one, we take our time and know the season we are in.
Yeah.
It's not every speaker that is good for a season.
Yeah.
Then we pray into it.
Yeah.
And God gives the green light.
Okay.
So almost 80% of my speakers are confirmed. And yes.
But someone would ask that you are a pastor, and then sometimes your speakers are not really, let's say in quotes, full-time Christians or something like that. Yep. I mean, committed Christians. Someone like bringing Sarkodie on board. I mean, Sarkodie he's a Christian though, but I mean, he's doing secular. What influenced the choice of, the in quotes, secular people?
That one, a whole lot of people ask me this, and I think I answered you already.
Because of the seasons. Yeah.
I'm not called to raise only pastors.
Okay.
All right. He is making an impact. I'm choosing my words carefully.
Okay.
In his own field.
Yeah.
And the fact that you see him on stage somewhere does not make him a sinner.
Yeah.
I'm not judging them.
Yeah. Those people some are very serious.
You'll be shocked that a lot of people hearing him speak changed their lives.
Yeah.
Because I receive the testimonies always. So I just look at the season and know who can be good for this season. Maybe one day we have to call you to speak.
I don't know, you've not brought any blogger on board before. Like, you need to consider, I mean, bring some of the bloggers on board. I mean,
have to.
Yeah.
I think I have to.
Yeah, you need to
because
consider.
Now this blogging is everything.
Yeah.
But some are abusing it.
Yeah, so I think you need to bring people to through more light.
Like I have had a bad experience with bloggers in some way. Because you heard what happened to me in 2020. Somebody can just pick 20 seconds of something that and just change the story.
Thing,
put a heading, a caption that will sell.
Bring traffic, yeah.
And people don't read like
they just take the caption, yeah.
So I think
that thing went viral. I mean, it was COVID time, so everybody it went viral like boom. Pastor Brian, then Castle hey boys.
They finished me. I did something. That was the best day of my life.
Big publicity. Everybody will search for Pastor Ba. Who's Pastor Ba?
No, I'm telling you that I always go and thank God for that day.
Yeah.
What I said, I came back to apologize because some people didn't understand.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to explain myself.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
If you were hurt, I'm so sorry about it. I'm a human being. To her is human. Just forgive me. That if you want to follow me, that's your choice. It's my page. But I'm so sorry. I apologize. But that was the best day of my life. I did some things after that incident. And if it wasn't what happened, I would have done it. I'm telling you, like, I go back. So next day, for instance, our theme is impact. So the first day I'm speaking, and I'm speaking on the pain of impact. There's no impact without pain. And like, I look back at 2020, and that was the best day of my life. Let me just give you a little of it. Of course, even through that, I wrote a book. And I've been selling the book. Yes, I'm making money. I've been selling the book. Number 2, it was through that incident that I started branches. If it wasn't that, I'm telling you, because I was in prayer, I was worried. And God said, do this. And I had to hide myself for over 8 months, just training. Within 1 year, we had planted over 16 branches of our church all over the world, in America, everywhere, and people didn't know. And it was through that incident. So God needed my attention, and He said, let them blast you. So, Charlie, I want to even go and give money to all the people that invited me.
Then you have to give money to the bloggers.
Yeah, I know, right? So,
also for my last 3 questions, then.
Hey!
No, we came to visit you, but I mean, I'm enjoying this conversation.
I'm to sleep and
no, I know, also for understand, but I mean, you are blessing us, and you don't want just to bless us. Maybe a couple of our viewers who watch also will be blessed by this. Also, my last 3 questions. First one.
You have told me to shut down.
First one is you've been into the Ghanaian market and also in the Nigerian market in terms of ministry wise and the kingdom business wise. Let's narrow it to the gospel musicians and the Nigerian gospel musicians. What's the difference that you see when you go to the Nigerian market? Because a lot of people, especially, I'm a gospel blogger, people think that Nigerians are too spiritual, and sometimes they kind of make our own people look like they are less spiritual. Like, what's the difference? Like, you've experienced both, so what's the experience like?
This is a very
deep. Yeah, that's why I say it's a very tricky question. Yeah,
it's not deep. It's a bit dicey, you know. Yeah. Like, I'm cool with a lot of them. For example, one of them just called me right now, and I need to help the person. This is the name.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Like, I was having a chat with this, so you see.
Yeah. Yeah, chairman.
Yeah. Chairman. So that's why I said it's a bit dicey.
Yeah.
Oh, I think all what I have to say is that may God help Ghana.
But do you think we have a lot of work to do? When I say a lot of, like Ghana, we have a lot of work to do.
Okay, let me just say a little bit on this. I've dealt with Nigerians. I've shown you this. Yeah. These are my friends. Yeah. And most of the Ghanaian people, Nigerians dream big. Number 2, they have the support. I will not talk about the numbers, because whenever we talk about the Ghana, Nigeria, whatever, these people are a lot. They have the support. I know one of my friends who is a billionaire. I'll mention his name. He's called Dr. Stanley, who picked a Nigerian artist and changed their lives. He put in over 10 million naira, which is very hard to find in Ghana, to get individuals who will support an artist. Ghanaians don't have the support, but I'm telling you, Ghanaians are very gifted. I'm telling you, Ghanaians, like, I can see these artists in Ghana, and you see giftings,
see talents,
but nobody to push them. And I pray that God will send people to help Ghanaian gospel musicians.
So you think, okay. So in other words, you think the difference is support?
Support and this is what I want to say. Ghanaians have something that I call early arrival mentality. So he gets a stage, he's now a bit popular. He organizes a conference and gets 800 people. Now he's a star. When you invite him and put him on a flyer, he will not even post your flyer until 2 hours to the event. Hey guys, meet me in Ofanko. Really?
Yeah, I saw you. I wrote that thing on Facebook some time ago.
So early arrival mentality, but Nigerians are not like that. When they've hit 5,000, they want to do 10,000. They want to do 20,000. They want to do the stadium. They want to hit 1 million people. So early arrival mentality and the pride in us. A lot of my people, even if you help them, if you have no idea the number of gospel musicians that I help with their events. I don't want to mention names. I can mention names right now. Most of them, when they are, Nick, give me a minute. When they are going to do their conferences, they'll send me a message. All what I do is that send me your budget, and I pick like 1/3 of it. Pay something for them. I can mention names, like names. So I do my part. Number 2, I give my platform
to them, to support them.
Like there's a whole lot of people that have passed through IYes.
They get that mileage.
Minister Sack came on IYes, and that was it. He built a house out of it.
Wow.
Yes. He says it everywhere. He's in Canada now. From IYes, he got a lot of invitations. Prophet Anase invited him from go invitation, got money, built a house out of it.
Wow.
I met Samuel Bassi, that young guy.
Yeah, Samuel Bassi. Yeah. I know Samuel Bassi is a product of IYes.
That was it.
Yeah.
MOG testified on IYes.
I think Mr. Paulo too.
Yes, that after he stood on IYes, he got a lot of international doors. And of course, MOG is an ambassador for IYes. So we do our part. So I'm just saying that I pray that we will get a lot of people to support Ghanaian because Ghanaians are talented. Oh, like I can sit down and watch my phone and you could see someone worshiping. I said, oh, where's this person? I just heard this girl at Charm Music was singing somewhere something. I said, I just need it on IYes.
Yeah.
So, and if we can take away the early arrival mentality, like superstardom.
Yeah.
And lastly, if we can honor the people that have gone ahead of us.
Yeah, the pacesetters.
We can honor them and love them, cherish them. I think, but Ghanaian. So for me, Ghana, Nigeria is still the best, and we will forever be brothers.
But so for you've answered it, but still now let me put your legs more.
Yeah.
So we let me say this. I know it's not your right to say, but let me say this. Most of our Ghanaian gospel songs are, I mean, for dancing and I mean for praise and stuff. But when you look at some of the Nigerian gospel songs, like highly spiritual, so not to mention is by the likes of Minister Nathaniel Bassi, Victoria, like they kind of produce spiritual songs, like heavenly tunes. But compared to our songs, like most of them are Afrobeat, most of them are ensemble songs.
Okay,
do you think our spiritual level?
I wanted to comment on that, but I don't want to because you don't know what people do in secret. Okay. The fact that they are producing spiritual songs, does not mean that they
even have a relationship with God. Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, I love, like, come on. I was producing in Nigeria, powerful meeting. I was in Atlanta with Nathaniel Bassi. Like, we're staying in the same hotel room, like, we're next door. I went to his room, we had a chat. So if both of us, Ghana, Nigeria, if we can spend more time with God, we will produce godly songs.
Yeah.
And if we can build our character.
Yeah.
Character is when nobody's in your hotel, what you do.
Yeah.
So I won't comment on it because I don't know what they do when No.
I love the way you've answered the question. There was a last question. It's a very smart answer.
I should have dressed myself.
No. I love this. This is natural. I love this. Very natural. Natural section.
I finish eating my food.
Yeah, this is natural. So your last question. So, for me personally, I believe that when it comes to ministry or when it comes to even talent-wise, your talent is just 10% and your character and everything is 90%. Like me personally, I've seen that thing. I've used it.
Character is not 90%. Character is 99%.
So your talent and gift is just 1%.
I'm telling you.
So in your case,
no.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to say, character is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in your case, do you think you work with that thing? And then aside that question, do you think because of the value placed on yourself, that opened the doors for you to be where you are now?
I would say yes, because there are places that I have stood to preach that is because of your character that opens the door and God's favor. It's not because you are gifted. Like, okay, for instance, going to preach for a man like Reverend Student about what kind of giftings hasn't he seen? So God's favor has a role to play. Favor opens door, and he might have watched me from afar over the years. I have a track record.
Yeah.
So it will not just be that, hey. And what people don't know is that, like, I've known this man for years.
Yeah.
So when people saw me preach for him, he don't know, Charlie, now where from this guy? I've known him so he would have studied me for a long time.
Yeah.
That I can entrust you with my pulpit.
Yeah.
Just character.
Yeah.
And God's favor.
Yeah.
So favor can open the door, but your character can close it. So when favor opens the door, you keep it with a good character. That's why I can say 80% of places that I've gone there like 5-10 times. In December, I'm preaching for my spiritual father, Bishop Franco Fisiopia. This year will be 10 years preaching for him.
Wow.
December, every December.
Character.
He has many options.
Talk of familiarity.
Yes. So just build your character. Character is everything. What nobody is seeing behind the pulpit.
Then the last question, the value.
I have a message that I'm preparing behind the pulpit. There's a lot of things that happen behind the pulpit. Envy. Fakeness. We all fake. Fake like, oh, that's my covenant brother. Do you understand covenant brother? And when you get the microphone, you try to use words to excite your host. But right after you leave the pulpit and they give you your honorarium or whatever, you don't even call him again. You don't check on him. You don't check on the family. And you call him or her your covenant brother or sister. What are we playing at behind the pulpit? It's a book. You have to buy one.
Yeah. So my last question.
You've been asking last question.
No, that's the value. That's the value.
I will also ask you a question.
Because if I'm listening.
No, so I'll also ask you a
question. I'm done. I was talking about the value. Like, do you think value really played a huge role in your life?
Yes.
Placing value in your life, on yourself.
No. As for that one, like, you have to. Don't make yourself too accessible. And I think I said it earlier on. It comes with time.
Yeah.
Like, at first I needed places to preach. Like, come on, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, I'll be praying, please open this door. But it got to a time that God just opens the door. But don't make yourself too accessible. I want to say something. If your absence is not felt, you don't have value. Be like salt.
Yeah.
So I try to be like salt.
Yeah.
If your absence is not felt, check your value.
I mean, can you just imagine the whole, like Ghana, the whole year we don't do IYes. I mean, we feel it's like
yes.
This
a whole lot of people ask me when is the day. At least ambassador. I know I'm doing something little for my country.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, I think I'm done with the question, so go ahead with your question.
Okay. Gospel blogger.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to gospel blogger. Why? Not a secular blogger or just an ordinary blogger. And you chose that I'm going to go this route when you know there's no money in it.
That's a very good question. Yeah. so you're a journalist. Question here, very good question. Okay, so I went into gospel blogging mainly because I remember I think I met Ziggy at an event.
Yeah.
I was on as a speaker on that event, and then when I met Ziggy introduced me to a gospel blogger. At that time I was doing like normal blogging stuff, and Ziggy said he's a gospel. I was like, so we have gospel bloggers in this space. I've never heard of one before. So that motivated me. Like, what's happening? And then so I shared with them, said, this is what you can do to make you guys more active and stuff. But when your concept now, then I said, okay, then let me, because I have a lot of experience from in quotes the secular world, and then I created Christian Vibes. So that was when I started everything. I saw, okay, there was a lot of gap because there weren't any media platform, anybody writing about the how they call the Christian creatives. The pastors are preaching powerful messages, and then nobody is posting. Gospel artists are doing positive. Nobody. So I saw the opportunity. I was like, no, let me go into that. That space. And when I went, like I said, because it was God looks at our heart and our intentions for doing things. Because He saw that it was a genuine something. He said, let me push you. Let me give you that space. Let me give you that numbers. Let me give you that influence. And we are here today.
Are you partial on the stuff that you post?
No, I'm not partial.
Because there are people you charge them.
Yeah.
And there are people you don't know them, but you post their stuff. Why?
Okay, so I didn't become like this just in one day or something. It's the industry that made me like this. When I say the industry, like, because when we started, I remember we were doing things free. From our hearts, like we were just send us your content, we will just post for you. But at a point, the industry made us realize that we were too cheap and we're too not serious, whatever we're doing, because you can go to cover somebody's event and you come home like 10, 11, 12. And then the person will not even call you in the morning to say thank you. And like they feel like, my support to baby. So at ASN, we feel like, no, but we are doing this thing full time. We are investing every day, like we wake up each and every day, trying to get content to support whatever we are doing. But no, the people aren't taking us serious. So me personally, started feeling like, then maybe I need to place value, like you said. I shouldn't be too accessible. Like I don't have to chase the people. I have to be in my space. When they need my platform, they will come for me. So it's not like I'm partial. And when I go online to search for content, because I know my audience so well, like I really know what they want and I really know what they don't want. There have been some instances that I've posted certain stuff and they'll be like, a whole Christian Vibes are posting this. That means they know that I'm reducing the level.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so anytime I see a content, I know that this is what they would love. So it's not like I'm being posted. There are certain content people call me to pay me, I'll never post. But I feel like even though you are giving money, but this is not what my audience wants. And I don't want to post because I'm taking money. I want to post because I'm making impact. Wow. Yeah, so it's not like I'm being partial. If the thing doesn't make sense and doesn't resonate with my audience, now I'm never going to do it.
So last question. I know you just got married and I had to be at your wedding, but
you couldn't come.
I was in America at that time, I couldn't make it. And has marriage impacted your blogging?
Yeah.
How?
So I when I wanted to settle, I was not looking out for just anybody. I wanted somebody who say, okay, this is what you love doing, this is what you are doing.
Yeah. I
don't want to pressure you to go into something different, but this is what you are doing. I'm signing up to come and support you and help you. So when I met my wife, she was that person. She was like, this is what you love doing. I'm giving you all my support. Even when it pays, it doesn't pay, no worries. We'll find a way to go through. So when she said, I was like, okay, now I can have peace of mind to do what I love doing. And then so she understood the assignment. Yeah. And through that, I remember the first day I made it official that we need to start dating seriously. I asked her a question, what's your purpose? She said, minimum. I said, okay. Then through my purpose, maybe you can discover yours. So I realized that if I have the platform and my wife she's a very good communicator, she can speak so well. Like then nobody will leverage on whatever I'm doing to also start your purpose. So in case we'll be for our relationship, more that kind of thing you can So this is Christian Vibes Entertainment. My name is Pastor Brian and God bless you. God bless you. Come here. That's Pastor Nick. So Pastor Nick is the senior pastor of
Christ Impact Chapel.
Christ Impact Chapel in Leeds.
Oh wow.
He's hosted me like, is it 2 years?
We have 3 years now.
3 years now. That's one of the largest youth gathering, Great Awakening, and that's a very great church. So if you're in Leeds, you gotta visit this my church. He's my son. I love him. That's why like I'm here on a Saturday night. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And he just served me with food, and I love him.
Thank you, Papa.
Pastor Nick, we'll link up. Yeah, so guys, this is Pastor Brian, the CEO of IYes Ghana, the CEO of Awake, a lot of stuff. So guys, thanks you for watching, Charlie. Big up to you, the camera.